just gonna die in the end. Okay, guys, here we go with another epic rap battle of history. This one is Bob Ross versus Pablo Picasso. A lot of you guys have been mentioning this one in the comment section, and this is truly a battle of the Titans. I'm not much of an artist, painter guy myself. Maybe it's because my skills, I am the dude that literally cannot draw a straight line. People say that all the time. No, it's absolutely true. If I try and draw a straight line, it will not be. It's really bad. But towards that end, I admire people who can draw, because I can't at all. Even though I've never been a huge fan of painting per se, I know a little bit about both of these guys. Oh, and as always, please make sure you guys are supporting ERB all you can. Link to the video in the description, link to their Patreon. They brought us so much joy for all of us, and specifically here at the channel as well. I mean, it's just been so much fun watching all these. But Picasso, what I know about him, I mean, he's Pablo Picasso. You can't have lived and not understand some of what he's done. And he had all his different, what do they call it? But all his different sections of time that he went through. I forgot what they call it, but his periods, his different periods that he went through, and in what he was painting and what he was doing. And he was also, I know he was from France, but I don't think he was French. He was Spanish, I think Spanish, something like that. Anyway, Pablo Picasso, we all know deals about him because we all had to go to school, and Picasso is a legend. Bob Ross, bigger legend. He's Mr. PBS. I can remember watching or seeing clips of his show. It was The Joy of Painting, right? Isn't that what it was called? But never got into him. And it's not somebody that I disliked. It was just he was so low key. And now, in hindsight, you can see where that was kind of cool. At the time, I didn't appreciate it at all. And not just because he became a meme. I think it deserves to be a meme, because he seems by all accounts to be a really good guy, just a decent dude. So he deserves his meme fame. But even if it weren't for that, I think in hindsight I would have had a lot more respect for him, because like, the guy was just making people happy. You know, that's all. He's just trying to make you happy with paintings, and it's pretty pure and pretty cool. So I'm going to root for my boy Bob Ross, because I feel like I slighted him by never really getting into his show when he was here to begin with. And Picasso, like a lot of, from my understanding, like a lot of artists, had kind of an ego and an air about him. So fuck him. So I'll root for Bob Ross. Let's go see. Yes, history again. There's the hair.
I am the greatest.
There's that ego. All right. Wow. The PBS version of Nickelback is pretty funny. Okay, that's good. I'll give you that, Pablo. I already know how to do that.
I could make better art with my wiener.
I'm so glad you
had a wiener dog? I didn't know that.
So I could teach you how to feel some joy when you paint. You're a moody little genius. Always so serious.
Moody
you
little
must
genius.
be on your blue period.
Oh! There's one of those periods.
Because I splatter MC.
Oh yeah, okay. Wait. I want to make sure I get that line. It took a second. Jackson Pollock, because I splatter MCs. Jackson Pollock. I wouldn't remember this other than I remember reading an article once. He's the guy. I think it was in relation to him. He's the reason that so many people would say, "Oh, I could be an artist because I can do that." Because isn't he the guy that just like threw paint all over the canvas, just kind of splattered it all over? All right. Sometimes sorry guys. Sometimes it takes me a minute to get the reference. It's got to be it because I splatter MCs. That's good.
I twist it up like you're a Rubik's cubist.
You were cubist into it. Jesus Christ, that's pretty good. Oh, that other guy that used to do PBS, right? Back to Joe.
Served 20 years. United States of America.
Yeah, there you go.
Your mistress
Guernica
when
was
you
one of
put her to sleep.
Picasso's
Elbow
paintings,
drop
right?
a drink. I go deep and I keep it mellow like some cadmium yellow. I'm a bright like titanium white kind of fella. Don't believe those
Titanium
fakes,
white.
step to me. Yo, Pablo, you just got your happy little ass beat.
You just got your happy little ass beat. That was good. That was good. I like the final line. Yeah. And I think I try and get as many. I know I missed a lot. I try and get as many references as I can. Guernica, that was his. I can't remember what it was of. I just know it's one of his most famous paintings. Shit, I did know that at one point too. When I had to learn about him, but I don't remember what. Nah, it's not gonna come to me what the Guernica painting was. That was fun. That was a good rap. For me, I think Bob Ross won. I just like it. I liked his flow, and well, because it's Bob Ross, you got that smooth little voice. They did that so well. But I like the takeout line at the end. Yeah, I think, and I'm running it through my head as I go. Brushes and sticks. And added an afro. I think he was talking about there because I know there was another guy that used to do painting on PBS before Bob Ross did. Yeah. Pablo talked himself up quite a bit and everything, and as well he should. I guess he's a fairly well-known dude. But I think Bob Ross won. I think it was a fairly close battle. I think it was an evenly paced battle with a couple of really good zinger lines. And I give just a little bit of an edge to Bob Ross. I'm going to call the win for the fro. What do you guys say?